All right, everyone. So as you can see from the title, this is going to be WTF, what is going on in the UK? So pretty much every morning as I'm logging onto X, it seems like there is a new stabbing that's going on in the UK. People are very upset. I at one point saw live streams of riots going on, and it just seems like the UK is completely burning down. I'm an American. I don't really know what's going on besides the small details that they're upset about mass immigration. So it's creating a bunch of craziness within their communities. There's a lot of pushback. It seems like America, they have the same issues, kind of like a left and a right issues. And it's creating protests to the point that these immigrants and the police are clashing with these, I guess what they're calling far right protesters. I'm assuming, I don't know, whatever their version of, I guess, Republicans are, is pretty much what's going down. So it's piqued my interest because it just seems, it's crazy. Anytime an entire population is burning down, obviously you're going to be interested. So the first thing that I found to kind of look into was this video. His name is Mark Rowley, I believe. He is the police commissioner. And this is the first thing that I saw in this video. Again, I'm an American. I don't really know what's going on in the UK. So I'm just kind of diving into this to see what I can find. So here is Mike Rowley. He is the police chief. So let's see what he has to say. And we need volume too, though. Probably would help. And push back.
We'll throw the full force of the law at offenders, whether that's charging people with assaults, violent disorder, riot, and if terrorism offences are appropriate, I know the Director of Public Prosecutions has said he's prepared to consider that. We will throw the full force of the law at people. And whether you're in this country committing crimes on the streets or committing crimes from further afield online, we will come after you.
Talk to me about that, because we have seen some high...
As the police should. Like, he's trying to stop the riots. You don't
gonna get HIV.
Oh my God, what is the ads going on? Apparently the HIV ad. Come on, bro. Anyway, they are trying to...
It's not a little bit more pleasure. It ruins your intimacy.
Anytime you bring this up, it's gonna give you an ad and stop it. Oh, it's this.
For good.
This here.
What I'm going to say now is probably...
Screw you guys. All right. Anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked there. But let's bring this back. Stupid ads ruining my stream. But anyway, now I've completely lost track of what I'm doing. Anyway, this guy, he's in the police chief. He is the police chief. Obviously, they want to stop the riots. That's their job. I'm totally with that. So he's saying if you're performing any act of terrorism, they're going to use the full length of the law to arrest you. Okay, that makes sense. But even in his wording there, it seems like he's targeted more to those people on the right. I don't want to jump into this and be completely biased right out the gate. But that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So let's see what else he has to say. And they turned off my volume again, of course. All right, go back.
Whipping up the hatred. You talked about it in there with the officers, in fact, about this being added to by online commentary. I mean, I'm even thinking of the likes of Elon Musk getting involved. What are you considering when it comes to dealing with people who are whipping up this kind of behaviour from behind a keyboard, maybe in a different country?
Being a keyboard warrior does not make you safe from the law. You can be guilty of offences of incitement, of stirring up racial hatred. There are numerous terrorist offences regarding the sort of publishing of material. All of those offences are in play if people are provoking hatred and violence on the streets, and we'll come after those individuals just as we will physically confront on the streets the thugs and the yobs who are causing the problems for communities.
Okay, so he's saying keyboard warriors are not safe from the law. Okay, obviously I get that. But it sounds like he is saying people in other states are actually not safe from the law. So I don't know if potentially he would consider a stream like this, who obviously I'm streaming issues with the riots going on and their anti-racism protests and all this stuff. So is he considering me a terrorist just by saying that? also, you can't do anything to me because I'm an American, so I don't know what you think you're gonna do. But it just seems odd, the phrasing that he chose to use there. So this is Sky News. Obviously, they're going to be a little bit far right. But usually with whatever story they kind of publish, there's some truth to it. So even, if you're not into whatever the version of Republicans are in the UK, there's usually a little bit of truth found in some of this news, even if it's, kind of exaggerated with some craziness. So, just the things that I'm finding on Twitter is like there's a stabbing every day, and it's always like children are being stabbed on the trains. It's awful, and it seems embellished to me just looking at it. Like there's no way people are getting stabbed by immigrants every day on a train or in the streets. Like there's no way. It's hard for me to believe. But apparently that's what I'm seeing every day on X. And a lot of times they have video. There's like a blood trail or, it doesn't look good. So this article goes back to 10 August. That's the last time they updated it. But as you can see here, 4 men charged after riots in these 2 locations. You can see impacts of riots could be felt for years to come, warns the Justice Secretary. Obviously, there's a lot of people upset about this. Parents of 6-year-old girl killed in Southport reveal older sister saw attack and escaped. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm seeing. Like, okay, this sister got stabbed. The other kids saw it. There's craziness going on. So now they're just going to burn their entire town down. And it seems insane. And again, I'm American, so I don't really know what's going on here. I'm just seeing these titles. Police release photos of 3 men as they investigate disorder in London. It says 100 arrests were made at the protest on Wednesday. So these people are protesting and they're getting arrested. So I don't know exactly what they're doing. Are they being arrested because they're burning the town down, or are they being arrested because they're protesting about this mass immigration that they don't agree with? I don't know. That's what I'm here to find out. But here's the 3 men. You can see they're kind of trying to conceal his identity, so I'm assuming he probably was up to some things. Starmer cancels holiday amid protest. Yeah. So, and then it came to this one. More than 770 people arrested over rioting. And just looking at the article, again, this is far right news, so we don't know like how in depth it is. I think the number 770 is probably correct, but are they embellishing this? I don't know. It says suspected rioters have continued to appear in court today, including the wife of a Tory councillor who has been accused of publishing written material intended to stir up racial hatred. So obviously, from this angle, they're going to say they're publishing articles that deal with the riots, but they're labeling it as like stirring up racial hatred. So it's that weird kind of point there. I don't really know totally what to believe. So that brings me to here. I found a video from this guy named Wesley Winter. The title of his video is going to be England Burning, Enough is Enough. So the thing about him is he's actually going to go out here and he's going to interview people on the ground so we can kind of see what's going on. Because as an American, I don't know these people. I don't know what's going on besides what I'm hearing in the headlines about them being upset about immigration and there being stabbings from people who are not immigrating to their communities very well. So let me go ahead and push this up and we can actually hear from some people that are on the ground who don't like this immigration policy.
Meaning unsafe in our motherland.
Young kids just died.
For who?
Can I tell her she's safe? Do I have to tell her she can't trust the police? It's two-tier policing.
He's an old man. What are you doing?
Oh, they're arresting the old man. That's kind of sad. These old guys, they're not doing nothing. They're just mad. Chad says, just so I understand, they are protesting about mass immigration and the protesters are getting arrested. So that's what I'm trying to find out. We're both Americans. We don't really know what's going on in the UK. This guy's actually going to interview people who are on the ground protesting. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that they're protesting and the police are trying to say that's inciting violence of racial hatred. And so they're arresting them. And they were even saying in an earlier video that people from like America, they quoted Elon Musk directly saying that if they are doing the same thing, they are going to arrest them, even though obviously I'm an American. You know, Elon Musk is American. He doesn't apply to UK's laws, so I don't know how they're going to do that. But it's getting silly over there. That's why I'm so interested in what's going on, because people are going crazy.
What you've got coming out now is a working class man.
People are just fed up. There's nothing we can do.
Look how mad they are.
Tonight, I'll be joining the protests at Downing Street in response to the murders of 3 children in Southport. While I don't agree with the riots that occurred after, it's clear that the public are angry and had enough.
Look, they're burning down the police van. That's kind of weird. Their police over there have like vans. But anyway, it's on fire, so it's definitely interesting.
I'm making this video as I was at Trafalgar Square the other day and people told me that they were scared for their children.
We're just thinking of the safety of my children, my grandchildren.
And mothers and fathers that are concerned for the children and their future generations.
It is weird because every day on X, I'm seeing, oh, this kid got stabbed by an immigrant. And part of me is like, man, this can't be legit. Like, the police are going to have to do something about this. They're not just going to let it happen. But then you see these angry protesters. So it's like, is it true? Maybe it is true.
And ultimately, it's all about protecting the welfare of our children.
I didn't fully grasp what they meant until the next morning when I read the news of a man murdering 3 children.
This is obviously fact. So they did have an immigrant who came and he stabbed 3 children to death, which obviously is going to upset a lot of people. I see why they're burning down police cars. I wonder what actually happened to the guy, though. Like, what kind of punishment he's getting, because that's probably the reason for the response. I'm assuming he didn't get that much time.
Mainstream media have been spreading lies, calling these grieving people part of the EDL. The EDL doesn't even exist anymore. So tonight we're going to humanize these people and get a real understanding to why they're here. Let's go. Well, guys, I'm just on my way to Downing Street, and just in front of me, I see a huge cordoned off line of police officers.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like the protesters are already here. So yeah, I feel like a big turnout is going to come today. I think around hundreds and hundreds of people come to share their voice.
Oh yeah, they're chanting. Look at all the police.
Yeah, a lot of
their police don't have guns, right?
Police here, as you can see. Line of officers must be at least.
Look at their belts.
20. Jesus Christ, what's going on?
No, I don't see anything.
Yeah. So yeah, looks like something's going on. These guys singing for Tommy Robinson.
Is that a smoke bomb that they threw at that statue?
Wow. So can you explain to me why you're here today?
Yeah, here we go.
Just to make a stand for all these sick governments that are running the country at the minute. They're letting kids getting stabbed. They're letting people over on boats. Don't get me wrong, I ain't one of these people that says don't let them over, because some of them, if it weren't for some immigrants, we wouldn't have this country.
But what is this narrative that migrants are the ones causing all this trouble? Murders happen everywhere, but all sorts of people.
We're happening with everyone, but the frequent amount of them is with these sort of people that are coming over. They live in countries where it's acceptable to rape girls and treat girls like shit, and kids for that matter. And they're coming over to here, they're trashing our country and just they're treating it like their own, you know what I mean?
So these guys sound just like American Republicans. I think they are dealing with the same political issues that we are.
Is this a response to the Southport incident that happened the other night?
Technically, yeah. To be honest, I didn't know it was happening until yesterday, so we're down here for work. We'll come and make a stand. Power to the people.
There's 4 officers arresting someone.
Oh, they got him.
Leave him. Leave him. Leave him. Right there. Leave him. Look at his neck right there. How are you holding him?
A complete different.
So they're clearly upset, but it's not as bad as like an American protest. If it was American protest, they would be like bashing with the cops and shit would be going down. Let's just say that. This isn't that bad. They're upset, highly upset, but they're not really clashing with the police.
Mood here today compared to what happened the other day in Trafalgar Square. The people are angry. It's not really kind of a happy march today. It's more about anger and I guess protesting against the police as well. And honestly, what I've seen so far in Leeds and in Southport, I can't imagine the police will actually handle this crowd.
Fucking pricks.
Oh, they're cursing.
Hey, mate, I see you getting some stick from the officers. Why are you here today, mate?
Oh, we're here for the stabbings of the kids the other day.
Can he just walk around with a beer? They just out there drinking? Like, is that cool in UK? Because that wouldn't fly, definitely during a protest. Not here in America. But yeah, he's just out there with a beer. Chad says, I wonder if anyone has pulled the information on SA and deadly assaults before and after the mass influx of immigrants. Obviously, if it's increased after there is an issue. Yeah, I would agree with what you're saying, but it seems like any kind of opposition to what is going on in their politics, these people are being arrested for inciting violence against immigrants. So they're not really allowing them to say anything because even their social media posts are being they're being arrested for their social media posts. Is he a Brit drinking American beer? Yeah, that's a bud. That is a bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% agree.
2-tier policing, innit? Up Leeds, Harefields have run away. Look at what they're doing to the English-born people.
Do you think it's going to be a peaceful march tonight, or what do you think is going to happen tonight?
Well, if the police keep abusing their powers, then it's going to turn physical, ain't it, you know? But if they just let us peacefully protest, and then it should be all right.
Okay.
But, you know...
I dig it.
It is what it is.
That's the spirit.
Where's this on, anyway?
YouTube, mate. Wesley Winter.
YouTube, yeah?
I'm sick of all this fucking media chatting shit.
Oh, they're fucking shit. It's what we need, citizen journalism.
Cheers, mate.
Yes, mate.
That guy seems cool. I'm not gonna
as
lie.
we're walking, we're getting escorted in a way to down the street. I think that's where the protest is going to end up. But man, look how many officers there are. Must be at least 20 to 50 just on this street alone. I think they're going to need hundreds to handle this lot. I mean, look, you can't even see past the crowd. I've already seen one arrest, but wow, guys with the baddies. Wow, someone been arrested again. Second person I've seen now. I don't know why they need about 20 people to arrest someone.
Is there? Oh, there. He's way in the back.
Don't know why they've arrested him, but yeah. The guy in the balaclava.
Wonder what he was doing.
I don't think this is going to stay very neutral or calm at all. I mean, it's only been about 10 minutes since I've been here already. I think they're just trying to block them off. I don't know what the purpose of this is, but look at all the police, even more coming down their vans.
Are they not letting people pass? Oh yeah, they're blocking up the streets.
Yeah, guys, wow. It's crazy. Honestly, the noise is crazy. You can't even hear yourself speak the closer you get to this crowd. And wow, even more police. Look at the police presence here. Wow.
Excuse me, I've told you once.
Told me once? Who spoke to me?
Told him once what?
Hey lads, I'm here with YouTube. Do you mind saying a few words about why you guys are here?
Yeah, we're here today to protest against the butchering of our children, to be honest.
Yeah.
The uncontrolled immigration, should I say illegal immigration. The government are doing nothing about it. They're letting people walk around in our streets, killing people, killing children. And to be honest, this is our 9/11.
And we are 100%
That's-
peaceful.
that's
You
big.
see us just trying to
No,
break things
people are
up.
angry and they've got the right to be
get
angry.
it. We're not here
But
for
they
any
need to
of
take it
that.
out on the right people.
Yeah. Not
Taking it out on the police
It's
is not the right
fair.
people. You need to take it out on councillors. You need to take it out on MPs.
Yeah.
You need to go to the right
We've
people.
tried to vote out of it, but the reform thing, we got
Is this a
4 million votes of, what, 4 seats, was it? 5 seats?
Is this a response to what happened in Southport today?
Yes, it
or is this more the final straw?
It's a solidarity for the children that died, the people that were attacked, and to be honest, anyone that's been attacked through legal immigration. This government has been allowed to sort of...
I'd like to see numbers of how many people were actually attacked.
Last government, we're not blaming it all on Labour, it's Tories.
But guys, after tonight, the media is going to tarnish this and call this lot EDL. What do you have to say to that?
EDL doesn't exist, it died 10 years ago.
People don't believe the media anymore. They don't watch the news. I don't watch the fucking news. Yeah? I don't watch the news. I don't care what they say. I believe what I believe, and I'm going
Do you guys know what the UK's EDL is that they're talking about? I'm assuming it's probably some kind of far right, basically like their clan, their Ku Klux Klan kind of thing. But I don't know what the EDL is. Again, I'm not from the UK.
Say what I want.
All right, guys, we're going in. We're coming into the mix of it. It's almost like riot police. They've got shields on. Hey, buddy, I saw you last time. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Why are we here tonight?
System is finished. System failure. Government is not working.
So I googled it. It's English Defense League. The English Defense League are a far-right Islamophobic organization in England. And yeah, so it's pretty much just them saying that that's like a terrorist group of probably white people.
Boat is not working. People are dying. The matter is not the boat. Matter is not the illegal immigrants. Matter is spineless politicians.
I'm guess you're Indian. Is this a racist mark? Why are the people here? Is this to do with
It's not about races. It's nothing. It's about the lives of our kids who are losing their life without any cause.
Yeah.
Young kids just died. For who? And they are still sleeping. The system is failed. Whole system is fucked
We
up.
both googled it. We're now on a list.
That will
Yeah.
be changed.
All right, so we saw the murders that happened in Southport. Is this the reason why all these people are here today?
That's funny because as I was typing it, I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, I'm gonna post this video and they're gonna think I'm some kind of extremist. The U.S. government probably too. So now I'm on a list there and in the UK.
Yeah, listen, we're fed up. We need to show unity against knife crime, against unwanted immigration coming into the country. They're not vetted, you know, but what's happening now, this is the major thing. You see, certain organisations, they're minute. What you've got coming out now is a working class man. The man who won't watch his telly, who's been force-fed this factual stuff about being a racist and about a bad history, and that's the majority. And they're the ones what are coming out, they'll be the strong ones. The men who own their families, working men who don't do none of the small stuff. This is what heads are turning now, because we're playing identity politics.
But I'm sick of people blaming race and religion. You look at all the murders that have happened in England and in London. There have been all kinds of sorts of people.
Yeah, but you got to talk not sensitive and factual. Look at every city in England. Look at the crime rate and who's committing it. If you want to talk the whole of England, then your case comes in. But at the moment, we've got cases the last 2-3 weeks where other faiths have butchered, and it's being covered up, and it's not right. Now.
So taking away guns hasn't slowed down violent crime in the UK. Interesting. Yeah, very interesting. That's why I'm so opposed for all these AR bans. And someone posted from the last Harris briefing that we watched, or Harris rally, when she was talking about taking away guns. Some dude in the comments called me an idiot. He's like, Harris doesn't want to take away your guns. She just wants to stop selling ARs, right? Meanwhile, there's videos saying that she actually wants to do a mandatory buyback. So that's completely factual. Now, it seems like she's probably flip-flopped on the issue now, but she absolutely does want to take away ARs. That's not something people are just making up. And when you look at, you know, the UK like this, obviously it's not working. So, yeah, not to mention I'm an American. Guns are our culture. You're not going to take away guns. It's just not going to happen.
Let me tell you something, brother. Do you want to sit on a train and have to decide whether someone's going to be dangerous or not? You shouldn't be doing that. That's a fray.
So he says, you shouldn't have to sit on the train and decide if someone is going to be dangerous or not. But as an American, our metros are really dangerous. Anytime you get on like a metro, especially like in LA or Chicago, there's a good chance you might die. You're risking your life taking public transportation. That's why so many people in America drive cars, because it's not safe.
Now, my Muslim brothers, if you want to change that, you do more work in your own community, because it ain't on.
The main point that I've heard so far, that people are angry. Basically, enough is enough is the main thing.
We are treated like a criminal here, and criminals are roaming around freely with machetes, and you are here with the riot gear to stop us.
That's
No,
right,
it's not right.
That's right, yeah.
It's not right.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
the law-abiding citizens. Our kids are being killed, and we are being stopped. No.
Government, yeah? They've all got a house on a mortgage, they've all got a car on credit, you can't get the sack, you can't pack your job in, because you lose your f***ing house, you'll lose your car, your wife, your kids, everything.
Financially tied
That's
up.
what they've done, they've f***ing got your mortgage up your eyeballs. So you're all scared now, and you do as you're fucking told.
You're protecting these fucking terrorists. Look up the word terrorism, yeah? And it describes every in that building over there.
I really don't think this is going to end tonight. I think this is going to go on to maybe midnight. It's only been about half an hour, 40 minutes. And I can just feel that people are just getting more and more angry.
Oh yeah, they're pissed. It's another dude with a beard. You just walk around with a beard. Oh, there we go.
Beer's getting thrown everywhere. You know. Whoa, whoa, here come the police. Oh, this is going to go crazy. Oh, he just spotted him right in the head.
Oh, he's got the club. Jeez.
This is not
whacked
gonna
him.
We saw what happened in Leeds. We saw what happened in Southport. I honestly don't think the police are going to be able to handle this crowd.
Oh no.
Look how it goes, all far down. They're cordoned in.
Yeah, they're outnumbered.
And all the way to this side.
And they don't have
Do you
guns.
agree with all the violence that's happening at the minute?
Good, mate.
Do you agree with all the violence?
There's no violence. The only violence that's happening is by the police.
Yeah.
That's the only violence the police are provoking.
Yeah.
Should be freedom of speech and freedom to walk on our streets. We're English.
Jeez.
It's our country.
What do you want to say to the people?
I want to say to people, stop the killing of our kids. Stop the killing of our kids.
Yeah, and that's the reason why...
Stop the boats and stop the killing of our kids. Illegal immigrants, asylum seekers are killing our kids. It's not what our forefathers fought for this country.
Hi, mate, I see your shield. Do you think you'll need that tonight?
Well, look, let's hope not, but who knows? I think if this is in case there's any little silly ideas like little Antifas. Anyone who gets any silly ideas like that more than anything, it's not intentionally come out, obviously, for looking for any trouble at all. More than anything, it's to show my patriotism for my country, and I'm deeply concerned about my country and the way we're going.
Dig it.
Enough is enough, isn't it?
Enough is enough.
Well, people are breaking through the barriers now. They're very angry.
Oh, they're breaking through the barriers.
Pushing people to the side.
Oh, they're pushing them.
I don't know what's happening. They're trying to block them in. I don't know why. We're just crossing the road. I don't know why it's an issue. We crossed the road. I don't know what's the issue with crossing the road. The barrier's falling down. I don't know why the...
So you're going to try and push them back
This
up.
man's screaming, our kids.
Even the cops are filming too.
I don't really understand what the point of the barrier is, because no one's really doing anything. They're just standing there. Obviously, people are angry and frustrated. Almost like a zoo. This lady just said, why have you got batons? And yeah, it hasn't been violent at all yet. I don't know why they're smiling and have these batons with them, but yeah. Wow.
To give them a good bop.
I get what they want. We do dialogue. So now what, do we beat them up? That's what choice have we got.
When was this?
What's left?
I think it was like
Everyone else beats them
a
up.
couple of days ago.
Because
Let me check for you real quick when it was posted. 10 days ago, so a little bit longer than a couple of days. It was 10 days ago. This is Wesley Winter. He's doing independent journalism on the street. So shout out to that guy. Very cool. I like what he's doing. Anytime you got an independent journalist down there actually interviewing people, it's cool.
Very hurting. I was crying.
We're losing.
It's very hurting. I was crying. I was shedding tears. I was crying. Every day I see young lads dying on the streets from
Them
knife.
3 babies stabbed by that clown the other day.
We got to do
and
something.
we take it and we take it.
I know.
No one else takes it. They fight these fuckers. So what do? We fight them.
No,
That's how we win.
We don't approach violence with violence. No.
That's how we win.
We don't approach violence with violence. No. We got this. It's all about dialogue.
Yeah. Imagine the stress of the cops who agrees with this, but they have to do their jobs. Yeah, for sure. I know the military put us in a lot of situations like that too.
We're allowing so many people in our country that hate us, and it's being hidden that we're under attack, right? And we're not allowed to speak out about it. We're not allowed to speak about it. I mean, what kind of democracy is that?
Yeah. At the moment, it seems a bit like...
Today is for the 3 poor girls and all the victims of the other day in Leeds. I mean, it's sickening, and all these people want to come out in battle gear, when they couldn't even defend 3 little girls. A whole bunch of girls. It's disgusting.
Is the anger at the police? Is it the government? Is it also the murderers?
It's all of it.
Yeah.
Where'd you start?
Yeah.
It's all of it. All of it. The police, they want to take a side. They want to take the wrong side. The government, they don't listen to the people. The people that come in the country, they don't like us. So, I mean, the majority are coming in. Yes, there's some good, there's some bad, but the majority that are coming in are wanting to change our values.
Just imagine their passion, man. Like 3 little girls get stabbed to death. These people want to protest, and the government turns around and calls them racist. Not only do they call them racist, but they're saying if you are posting about this kind of stuff online, or if we catch you in videos, we're going to arrest you for being outraged that some children died. You can see it on their face, that massive amounts of emotion that they're showing.
And it's been hidden under the carpet. People got to wake up to it. There's good immigration. We need to keep it good immigration. It's got nothing to do with the colour of skin, all right? It's got nothing to do with where you're from. We want nice people that share our values and respect our values and want to come in our country and prosper, doing well, but not come here and take the mickey, take, and then want to destroy our country at the same time. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. Everyone's got to wake up to it.
Yeah, so it does feel hostile. The people are angry, but I don't really see the need for the riot gear, you know. I feel like the police are antagonising the public a little bit by kind of cordoning them in. There must be definitely at least 100 officers here now.
We all turn out today for our unborn grandkids, our unborn children. We need to make our country safe. Yes, yes. You as an English person.
That's the problem these days. The governments all across the world stop caring for their citizens. It's a massive virtue signaling event. Exactly, but they're going to care when these people erupt and they start tearing the whole town down. That's when suddenly they're going to care.
Colour does not come into it.
And that's really all they have left. What else can they do? They're not even letting them protest. Yep, they are already doing it for social media posts. Even if you put up a protest anywhere in the UK, it's now unlawful, even if it's the video you have linked from the mainstream media. Exactly what I was saying. Yeah. You can't even put a post up on social media. Like, that is considered inciting violence, even though you're just showing what's actually happening in your country. Like, come on.
You should not be feeling unsafe in our motherland.
Thanks for the like, whoever that was.
Cultures are not being policed the same way as our culture. We have now entered identity politics. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one way forward with this, and this will be unite. We must unite. Come on! Come on! We make sure today all videos, correspondence is shared, because we now are targeting the hotel owners. The ones who sold out their country, they're the ones to blame.
Okay, so he's saying the hotel owners. So the same thing that's going on here in New York, the hotel owners are probably profiting off of these immigrants coming in. So he's saying that they're selling out their country.
They have blood on their hands.
It's all the same issues going on. We're not that different.
Many people have blood on their hands, ladies and gentlemen, and it's wrong for you to sit back and type a comment and like or dislike a post. It's time to stand like your ancestors did. In the world wars, we did not have phones, devices. Is this your choice of resistance?
So Linda, if I go to the UK after posting this, they're going to try and arrest me?
Their resistance, their choice was unity, community, and that's what made this motherland the best in the world. Go on, Dino! Go on, Dino! Now, I ask of you one thing today. It's important, I know frustrations are running high, as they should be, but you must remain calm. The fight will be the day that we win, will love will overconquer the hate. Ladies and gentlemen, one more thing. Please watch what you are watching on YouTube and social media. I've identified what I call the paper patriots. Their narrative is just to earn money and just promote negativity. We're a positive nation. We must remain positive. We must come together strong, hand in hand, black with white, white with black. Ladies and gentlemen, Christ is King. 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 Christ is King.
So it's clear hearing the words of the people. They're angry not only at the government and the migrants that they're mentioning, but also angry at the police and the way the police handle murders of innocent children and people of the public. And I honestly don't know when this is going to end. This will be going on all night.
You work for us, we pay you. What do you do for us? Fuck all. Give our kids to some murderer. What do you do?
So far, these protests really aren't that bad. And I don't know if that's just because I'm an American and we're used to shit just blowing up all around us, but this doesn't seem that bad. There was very small clashes with the police. They did arrest a few people. I don't know what those people did to get arrested. Probably not much, but overall, they're still letting them protest.
These are all f***ers, all of them. Load of tossers.
Why is that? Is it the way they treat different groups in society? What's the reason for that?
It's because they're trying to kettle us. They are deliberately trying to cause trouble, right, trying to provoke us. They should just move aside and leave us to have our demonstration here, yeah, like the Palestinians do. They don't get pushed around, they don't get bothered.
My question is why there wasn't this many police in the Southport incident the other day? Why are there so many police today, you know?
We weren't for our fucking nanny granddads, right?
Just look around you, just look at the English flags. Look at all the English flags, right? That's why they're here. It's the government are putting them out here.
Is my granddaughter safe for the future? She's only 8. Can I tell her she's safe? Do I have to tell her she can't trust the police to protect her? Do
They're
I
not responding
tell
at
my
all.
granddaughter I can't trust the police? And neither can she. Yeah, keep moving out. Keep protecting everyone. Do I tell my granddaughter she's not safe? Don't go to the police for protection.
You're a disgrace. Take your helmets off and stand with the people.
Yeah.
You're disgusting.
Get them.
This is a mix of anger and pain. You can just see what people are shouting at the police. They're angry about the murders, but also they don't trust the police. The people have lost faith in police officers and protecting the public.
Right, why are you letting us leave? Section for when and all that running away, where was he leave? Running away! All of them now.
There's a man on the left just down there getting arrested. I don't know what for, but he's been pinned to the ground.
We'll go find out. I want to see what they're getting arrested for.
So much police here like we are terrorists. So much police over here like we are criminals. But these police are not on the roads when people need them.
Someone's been taken away. Get put in the van now.
Got him.
Hey mate, do you think this amount of police is necessary?
Oh, hell no, mate. It's always the way, innit? Betrayers.
Wow. So this amount of police are here today. We didn't see this many in Southport, in Leeds the other week. And this isn't even violent. There's no vans being blown up or anything like that.
No. It's not even that bad.
Police presence that's here today. Wow.
Bully, pedo! He must be one of them. He must be a pedo. Fucking bully. Bully. God.
Do you think the lack of response with BLM riots, I mean the peaceful protests, are sparking the overreactions of these somewhat actual peaceful protests? I mean, on both sides so far, if we're talking about this video, they're not that bad. They're arresting some people, but the streets aren't on fire. You know, the cops aren't really clubbing people. We saw like one time they clubbed somebody, and we don't know what that guy did, so we'll kind of reserve that to see what actually was happening. Just looking at this is not bad. They're protesting, they're getting their voices heard. The cops are maintaining the crowd, making sure things aren't getting too crazy. This is fine. I mean, it's not fine. Obviously, you don't want people being this upset, but as far as like allowing them to protest and maintaining lawful order, it seems like it's not really too bad.
What's the conditions?
So there's a certain area where you have to protest.
You allowed everyone into the middle, and then you nicked them. You didn't let people know they weren't allowed in the middle.
I can only speak for what I've done today. I don't know what's happened behind me. I've got eyes in the back of my head.
Do you think this amount of police presence is needed for today?
Their police are very aggressive too. I've noticed that they are just saying a bunch of shitty comments to people.
I'm not going to answer any of your questions.
I'm just asking you. You don't have to answer.
They lured everyone into the middle, and then they started nicking them.
Yeah. How do you feel about how peaceful this is compared to what we saw in Leeds and people burning vans? It's been
people are just fed up. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing. The police won't save us. We've got to show our frustration. There's nothing else we can do. We're not being violent. People have just had enough.
What have you seen so far that's happened?
Police being bullies.
Yeah.
I got hit on the arm with a truncheon for no reason at all by Sergeant. Since I asked him what the fuck he thought he was doing. I ain't done nothing, so
there you go.
You know, why are you hitting me?
Yeah. Oh, listen, that's all kicking off.
Oh, here we go.
People are pushing already.
Oh, shit's going down.
Police are barging. Big ruckus.
They got the clubs.
There's a huge ruckus with the police. I saw someone just whack a
But they're not really fighting, they're just pushing. Yeah, it's just a pushing. No one's like throwing fists or anything. They got the clubs, they're not really using them. Oh, there we go. Now we're throwing shit.
Wow. It's kicking off.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, throw a bottle at him. That dude doesn't have his shield down. He's gonna get hit in the face. Put your shield down. Come on. Oh, what was that? A firework. Sorry. I'm American. I thought there was gunshots.
Flashbang just landed right by my foot. That was wow. You know what that's all about?
I thought someone just lost their head.
Yeah, beer bottles getting thrown. Pushing and shoving.
This isn't bad by comparison, but there are no police intervention during the BLM. Hell, Seattle had blocks overran and nothing was done, and every protest since has overabundance of cops. Absolutely. someone should play music, then it could be classified as a mosh pit. There you go. Get some Pantera.
I feel like the police just being here are just antagonising everyone. I think if they weren't here, it would have been peaceful rally of people just chanting, but
You can't not have the
it's gonna
police
turn into
there.
this.
I don't agree with that guy.
He's got his recorder sticking through that copper. They pick you up from there, they punch.
This is like seconds from their entire town being burned down when these people get pissed enough. Of course they're gonna have police there. The police shouldn't be antagonizing them, like this older gentleman here saying that the police just hit him with a billy club. Shouldn't be doing that either. And they're really just shitty with their words. Like even the interviewer went up to one of the police and was just really nasty. He said something like, "I already told you once," something like, okay, well, you're a douche.
And the people here have all been locked in. We can't actually get out. There's been like a big line of police officers in the front of me and to the side. This is how the police treat the public.
Yeah.
Treat us like fucking scumbags. Treat us like fucking scumbags. Where was this in Leeds?
Yeah.
Yeah? They fucking run away. Look how they treat us. Why they do it differently? Why they doing it differently? Ain't fucking right. Ain't right. These people that are coming over here, they're not fucking coming over here working. I've no problem with real immigrants coming over here. Real refugees coming over here. These people that are coming over here on the boats, they're fighting age men. They're not women and children. They're not refugees. They're coming over here. They're not working. They're taking our benefits. They're taking our national health service. National health service. It's not the international health service. There's no problem with that. And now, 3 children have been killed in Southport, and the police tell us to calm down.
Is this situation bigger than that though? Should we be tackling things like knife crime, for example?
Knife crime, we should be come down hard on. Anyone that's got a knife and it gets caught with a knife.
So what happened to this guy? He stabs 3 kids. He kills the 3 kids. Let's see what... I'm going to look it up and see what actually happened to him.
Should be locked up straight away. No court process, nothing. Yeah. Should be locked up straight away. But knife crime is not the real result of what's going on today. This is numerous events that have happened that have built up to this. And as I mentioned, three young girls, pre-teens, been killed in Southport, and this is what's caused the reaction today. This was caused the reaction today, and this is only going to get worse and worse from now on until they start until things start changing. So things have got to change.
Who's to blame? Do we blame the police?
The government. The government. These police are here today. It's not their fault. It's not these police's fault. And what's going on now? What's going on now is a result of the higher-ups. These police are here today should resign. If they have any morals, they resign. Yeah. It's the higher-ups that are causing the fucking problem.
It's the worst, mate. It's crazy. Well, guys, as we're speaking, it's all kicking off. Look at this. People calling them the other.
Okay, so just give you the backstory. It was a teenager who stabbed 3 little girls to death, and it says that he was just charged, so he hasn't faced any sentencing yet. But just a quote from this article, it says the police force said the teenager, who has not been named because of his age, faces 3 counts of murder and 10 of attempted murder over people injured in the attack during a Taylor Swift themed summer holiday dance and yoga class. So he is facing 3 counts of murder and 10 of attempted murder, but hasn't officially been charged with anything, so we don't really know what he's gonna face until he actually goes to court. So pending to see what actually happens.
English as the police almost smirking at them.
Whoever that like was, thank you.
The main message is that the people feel betrayed by the police. They're swinging bat and chucking beer.
Throw in the beer.
I don't really see what harm can be done with all the riot gear that they're wearing. I feel like this is just the people against the police now. I'm sure the parents of the children who were murdered wouldn't want to see this either. I mean, we saw what happened in Southport. The whole area was almost ripped to shreds the other night, and I honestly don't know what's going to happen tonight with London.
See, the police don't treat others like this. They do not English. This is our country. They are here to serve. Who are they serving today?
I don't think if this was anywhere else, I'd have this many police officers. I think this is quite ridiculous to see how many there are.
100% compared to the amount of people who turned up. We've turned up for a peaceful protest, and they are the ones who want to antagonise. They're the ones who want to get in between us, push us apart, separate, divide and conquer.
Yeah, I mean, if this was in Leeds, I think they'd be running away by now.
Exactly, my man, exactly. But like they say, because the media's here, the commercial media, they cause the trouble, so this are the clips that will go onto the news. This is what everybody will see, because we're far right. Crazy, crazy, mate. What's happening to this country?
What have you seen so far, mate?
Bit of carnage, but unfortunately, it's the only way it's going to end. We've done it peacefully, Lou. It's the only way you're going to get heard now.
What was with the police kind of locking everyone in? It was almost like we couldn't
It's their tactic. It's how they do it every time. It's their protocol.
I just saw you walk through the police. Do you feel safe being here?
I feel safe with these people, yeah. But I don't feel safe any other way.
Are they to blame for all of this?
Yeah, because they're two-tier. If it was Palestine, they'd be running. They'd be running. Because it's all to do with Khan, isn't it? Because of being Muslim, like Khan puts his thingy and goes, oh no, let them through, pat them on the back, tell them it's okay. But when you're English and you're not allowed to be in your own country doing your own thing, that's where it goes wrong. It's two-tier policing. It's two-tier. Fact is, two-tier.
Is that what you're saying? I honestly appreciate it. Yeah? What about if I go?
How long before I get out here? How long before I can leave this fucking
At least
place?
this guy looks like he's trying to de-escalate.
So I can't leave.
Hey, smash that fucking camera. That's what that is. Everyone run! Everyone run! You're a fat bull. Fat bull. Yeah, well, you're a fat cunt.
They got this loser in the back holding up a camera. Don't they have body cams? Why they got this dude with the outdated Sony camcorder just chilling back there?
And anyway, yeah, you are fat. Yeah, you are fat. Look at your teeth, you dirty. Funny is it? Kids getting killed. Funny is it? Funny is it? No, you're laughing about kids getting killed, bro. Yeah, you are laughing about it. You're a dirty taxpayer, dirty. Yeah, well done. You're filming all that. You're filming all that. Film him again. Film him again. Film him again. You're a dirty. Yeah, step in front of your sergeant major. You're dirty.
I know that.
I pay your wages, kids. Yeah, taxpayer wages, pay your wages. I ain't listening to you, bruv. I ain't listening to you. Let children die. You let children die, but then do this against your own country. You're a pussy, bruv. Pussy. You do all this, why can't you do this against... Why can't you all sit on the coast and shoot them all off? Why can't you sit and shoot them all off? Why would I stop talking?
How is this police guy letting children die? This dude wasn't even there. And even if he was there, how is he just supposed to know? Like, I'm sure that stabbing was probably pretty quick. And they arrested the guy. They're just irrationally angry.
Why would I stop talking? Freedom of speech, Keith. Freedom of speech.
What do you think about the amount of police presence they have here? I mean,
it's dirty, brother. They can't do this on the coast to not let all the people that kill our kids in, but they can do it against their own country. What about that?
I didn't see this many in Leeds.
I didn't see this many in Leeds. No, where was they in Leeds?
Where were they?
When 3 girls got killed. 3 little tiny girls got killed. And where was you? Where was all of you? Nowhere. Nowhere to be seen.
And we saw them running away last time here.
I've got a 3-year-old son. You think I'm going to allow my son to be killed by a dirty foreign...
Does the UK have freedom of speech? Apparently not if they're arresting people for social media posts.
that gets let in this country. I don't care about the people that come in and work, but people that come in and you let in this country, they all kill kids. They all kill kids. How's that right? How is that right? One, two. I bet your mum's well happy about it. I bet your mum's well happy about it.
I've only got a remote. You're a coward. I've only got a remote. Oh, gotcha. You're a coward. I gotcha.
Two people are getting arrested over there, and that noise you can hear is still the helicopter that's flying above. Don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it must be at least over 100 officers here now. Wow.
Looks like the police has the numbers now.
Officer, do you feel safe being here?
Yeah, I do. Do you?
I feel safe. Do you think that this amount of police presence is needed?
Well, that's not for me to decide, is it? I'm just here doing my job.
Fair enough. What do you feel about the public's perception of the police that you can't keep us safe?
Again, I'm just here doing my job. I can't.
But your job is to keep us safe.
I'm not going to get drawn into the conversation, okay?
Fair enough.
So, no comment from the officers, but it's calmed down a bit now from what it was a couple or 20 minutes ago. But I've seen people getting arrested so they can make arrests to the public, but when people are getting murdered and stabbed in our streets in broad daylight, they're unable to do their job.
It must be hard for the police, probably like the military here, where we are not allowed to comment on what's going on. They can neither confirm or deny. Exactly. That's kind of what this feels like. It feels like being in the military. I was in a position in Hawaii where the Navy had pretty much just, it's Red Hill if you want to look it up online, but basically they had put gasoline, petroleum into the water supply on the entire island, poisoned a bunch of people. It was really bad. And of course they send in the lower enlisted to flush the homes of all the people who had been affected. So of course when the news finds out that there's going to be a bunch of people coming in as military, going into homes, flushing their house, the people didn't have an option. They were told, hey, we're coming in this day to flush your home. Of course the media shows up, so we got a lot of cameras put in our faces because of that. And we're just like, just doing what I'm told, you know, just doing what I'm told. So I get it, where they're coming from. It seems like a lot of them there are actually trying to de-escalate. There's going to be some assholes too who are, you know, really shitty. But overall, this protest wasn't really that bad. The protesters are demanding answers and no one authorized to speak. Exactly. These are the police. They're not the politicians. They can't change anything. They're just there to kind of contain the crowd.
And that's why people here today are so angry. There's pain in people's voices. You've got fathers and mothers here.
I'll be right back.
People of all different ages are here today. Wow, so about 10 officers are capturing this guy. Unnecessarily 10 guys.
Stand back! Fucking fuck.
That's going to raise tensions.
Pretty quick, raise tensions.
What? I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm just saying that corralling people in when they want to go home, they've made their protests quietly, now they want to go home and they're being corralled in. I think that that's going to create more tension.
So some people are trying to leave at the minute and they can't leave?
Oh, get out.
Wow. Right, so the police are locking these guys in. Have you tried to leave yourself as well?
Yes, we've just been up. We've asked several people, including this police officer, and we've been told we can't leave.
Apparently we're the criminals, I think. How do you feel about that?
I know I'm not a criminal.
Yeah, but I think the police think we are. So.
I actually think that we are beginning to live in Iran. I think that the government is no longer our government. They're meant to be the government of the people, and they're not. They're hiding things from us. They're directing things. They're doing things behind our back that
they're not telling us about.
Yeah, and tomorrow I'm sure the headlines will say that everyone here is a thug and part of the EDL.
Absolutely, and I definitely know I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily the people are behaving themselves, but this is, I think they're doing it to incite people.
It creates pressure, yeah.
I think that's exactly what they're doing.
We're just here to make our voice known. You know, we're peacefully protesting, and we don't agree with any violence here at all. Absolutely nothing. We just want to raise our voice about our concerns, what's going on in this country, and we need to do something about it.
I'm so upset with these 3 children who have died. Wait, and Keir Starmer up there, he's the one who's done this to this country. He's f***ed this country. He's bringing all the immigrants in here, Muslims, whatever. He's protecting them.
What about the police? Should they be protecting the people?
No, they just want to have a go at us. Because 49 police officers were hurt last night.
Looks like the police are coming in. Further, I don't know. Wow! This is like a game of Snake when you kind of block off the barriers. Well, look what's happening now, even more. I don't know what this is needing. Something's going on. I can't but help feel this is absolutely disgusting. The police treating the English people who have just actually been standing around, not really doing anything. This chanting and the singing has kind of calmed down a bit, but the police feel the need to be standing here, blocking everyone in unnecessarily. The police are getting even closer.
Come on.
Wow, the police are arresting a woman. What's that? What's she done? What's she done? What are you doing?
What are you fucking doing? What are you fucking doing?
Where were you in Southport?
My sound cut out? No, I'm just an idiot and I forgot to unmute my mic. My bad.
Where were you in Southport, you? Why are you grabbing her? Why are you grabbing her?
Oh, that dude just punched the police. Give him a little tap. Not really a punch, I guess. A little bop, you know.
Susan, what have you done? What have you done?
Nothing.
Look at that disgusting.
Doesn't seem like she did anything.
Look at this, guys. This is the British police. Shameful. Why are you grabbing her?
This one too.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on
Okay, well, she's pushing back now.
3 officers trying to grab a woman.
Oh, she's kind of fighting too, though.
Wow. This is how the British police treat our women. Look at that.
It's fucked up, mate. It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Absolutely disgusting. The police grabbing her in a headlock. Luckily, she was able to get out. What are you doing? Oh, shit. Why? Why are you punching him?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, shit.
He's right in the middle of it.
Why are you punching him? He was doing nothing. The police punching him in the head. That guy was doing nothing. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, this is definitely some police violence going on.
The police are just grabbing anyone. Look at these. The police
That's
are
an old
absolutely
man.
corrupt. Look at them. They've got their batons out. I saw a man get punched in the head who was just standing there, merely a bystander. Wow. Look at that.
They took this guy down.
He's an old man.
That old man's not doing anything. He's just standing there.
What's wrong with you?
All right, so that's a little fucked up.
Absolutely disgusting. Scum cunts, mate. Scum. Nicking innocent people for what? Watch what the headlines say tomorrow. Calling these guys EDL. All this nonsense.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the British people standing up for their rights.
He's racist for sure. Standing there,
You should be a
looking all racist.
Don't fucking stand for us!
Well, look at the face of everyone. Not being violent, just standing here. Yet the police feel it's necessary to grab and punch the public. The other day, children were murdered. And now look at the police. Can't even protect the British public. You've seen all the punching. Do you feel safe now?
They're kind of in a tough position because if they lash out too much and cause damage, then the government's going to actually call them terrorists. I mean, they're already calling them terrorists, but they're going to be able to say, look at this event where they were being terrorists, and then you kind of lose your credibility. The feistiness of that woman is making her more attractive. Yeah, she was a go-getter, that's for sure. She was pushed away from the police, and then she went back and engaged with the police.
They went to pepper spray me down there because I went to save a little boy that they were going to mow over, and I was saying to them, we've lost 3 kids.
At the minute, I'm more fearful of the police than any of these guys and women I've been standing around with. I mean...
And so this guy, the interviewer, I forgot his name already, but he was being fair in the beginning, and now his attitude has completely changed. So you can kind of get a feel of his emotions that the police are definitely not being fair. That's definitely your eyewitness account.
Yeah, the police are the ones we should be afraid of.
We're in the wrong place. Look, can you see them? Yeah, they're pulling us now closer and closer together.
Even on the other side, you can still see people who are blocked in as well. I don't know when this is going to end. I mean, look at it, wow. Even on this side too.
So guys, what's going on here right now is going to get worse in the next few years, I promise you. Because a lot of these people don't even realize what's going on in this country and around the world. Because everything leads back to the cashless system. Everything leads back to the cashless society. Look at the way they're treating this fucking girl. Look, these people are cunts, man. Look at this.
Oh yeah, they're wrecking her.
Grabbing a woman. What's the reason you come in today? I feel like this is going to turn into a mosh pit in a minute.
Yeah, I know, but that's why they kept losing in. That's why they kept losing in.
So what's the point of this now? What is the message? Well,
everybody want to leave, but they don't want to let us leave. They're coming up with excuses so they can fucking arrest a lot of us, and then obviously it's going to be for the mainstream media. And
tomorrow you'll see.
They're going to twist the headlines, as we know.
They got pepper spray. Do you want some of that?
No, mate, just a little drop of water.
Yeah, same, mate.
Just arrested a woman, and look at the press over there. The police let the press stay over there for some reason. Make all the stupid headlines tomorrow.
Sick of it! I am sick of being scared every day when I leave my fucking house just to go to work to earn a living like what you lot are doing. But I ain't got a baton, I ain't got a taser, yeah? If someone wants to come and stab me, I'm dead. Then what are you lot gonna do? This, yeah, targeting the people that want to protect me.
And this is what happens when you give up your guns, people. Right here. Boom.
Traitors, you're traitors to your own kind.
So when Kamala Harris says we need to protect our kids, and what she's actually saying is we need to ban guns, this is what she's talking about.
I said we're not far right here, we're just right, that's all.
What's the reason for you coming today?
I'm from Chelmsford because of the young girls and that, and I've got grandchildren, and I'm here for that. I mean, I'm 62, I'm disabled, but I thought I had to come, you know.
Do you feel safe now for your children or grandchildren?
No, not at all. We've got no protection.
Can the police protect us?
No.
They don't have protection.
No protection from the police, none from the government.
The cop's not going to help them. What protection do they have? They have a kitchen knife? That's it?
No, nothing like it. I'm 62. Britain's fallen. It's gone. I feel so sad, you know. Really do. It's a sad day, you know.
They got another one.
Look at that, pulling people apart.
What was that all about?
I have no idea why they arrested him.
Punch in the face.
So this helicopter above, I think, is giving messages to the police about who's done what, and he's just referring back to all these officers. I think that's what they were waiting for. It's like a VAR in this scenario, picking out the ones who caused any trouble, which is nonsense. These are innocent people. And I think the general feeling about people is just sadness now. It's not really so much anger and aggression, it's more just sad and shocked at how the police have treated the British public. I mean, the whole argument for most people coming here today was against the police, and this is just another reason to dislike and distrust the police.
Absolutely.
We even had police officers laughing and joking around. I don't even know what's there to smile about. So more police officers are coming in, getting this man for no reason.
For what? He was just standing
Got
there.
another one, got this guy, don't know why.
That dude was just standing there. What the hell?
Police, wow.
Might as well get myself arrested because I want to go fucking weed now.
Unbelievable. Look at these guys. Call themselves protecting the public. Oh, number 2, here we go. Who's this guy after? Next one. Officer, when can we go home? What are you doing?
Is that the old guy again?
Look at this guy. Look at
Why?
These. Look at the...
You fucking load of...
Look at this.
Load of cunts, look at
Just the other day, these guys were running away. Look at them now. They can arrest people here, but they can't do it in other cities. Only in London the police work.
You can arrest British people,
Unbelievable.
English people, white people.
Look at this. He's got a knee in his back.
He's just sitting.
4 police officers and 1 guy. 5.
Really?
That's it, well done, mate.
Good job. Saving.
Get your chest out. That's it.
Oh, they're gonna arrest that guy too,
Geezer.
just for filming it.
You got a daughter of ya? Have you got a niece, a sister, young sister, little baby?
Be ashamed of yourself!
A wife, a sister, a mum, all getting raped all over the country while you run away from them.
You should be ashamed of yourself!
Getting kicked up the arse.
Shit you are!
Cowards. Big men with old men. Big men with one man, ain't ya? All proud of yourselves.
Look at this. 5 guys, 5 officers.
Them little girls that might survive, how are they going to go through life? Scarred.
One of the teachers have died as well now, as well!
One of these days, you're going to need our help. Our help, you're going to need it. You're all getting infiltrated already. Do you not know that? When you get home, watch the thing with Erdogan, the Turkish Prime Minister. Watch what happened to him when they try to overthrow him. You watch it. They infiltrated the system for 30 years. And then they try to overthrow him.
Be ashamed of yourselves!
They're taking him away now.
Single one of you!
Got him.
Okay, guys.
Unbelievable.
Every one of us are sitting over there. Why don't we sit over there and ignore them? Because they work for the state. Let's sit over there and turn our backs. There's no point here shouting at them. Let's sit over there and have a chat, innit? Let's all sit.
I mean, look at the different people that are here today. Men, women. I saw a few kids. Obviously, I don't want to film them, but people even brought their families. At the beginning, it was majority men. Well, as I'm walking away, someone else is being taken away. I think that helicopter is the one calling the people. Unbelievable.
Yeah, because they're just standing there.
Look at this.
Hello?
This is the British police.
No, wait there.
We've been here for at least 2 hours now. It's nearly about 9:30. Well, we're not even allowed to go home. I don't know when we're going home. Trying to just arrest people one by one, picking people off.
Policing.
Yeah.
Palestinian marches can go on.
Yeah.
And we're standing up for what's happening in this country.
I think if we had a Palestinian flag, we can walk out, right?
Come on, brother. It's not racism. It's the truth. What's going
It's
on
crazy.
in this country? It's the truth. And now you're stuck to sit yourself. See, you're not even. You look like you're not even apart from this, and you can't believe.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Trust me.
Oh, they're grabbing another one.
Got him.
Oh, grabbing. What are you grabbing him for?
They're pushing him.
Look at this, picking and choosing people.
Yeah, see, that's weird. Like, he's saying the helicopter is picking people.
What happened earlier with all the throwing of bottles and stuff like that. But yeah, look at this, guys. The police are working here. They can't work when kids are getting murdered. They can do their job here.
Are they going to try and say he committed a previous crime or something? Somehow the helicopter caught him doing something.
Look at this. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. Guys, watch the papers tomorrow or today if you're watching this, what the media will say about this. But look, all on camera, how the British police act against British people. After documenting the whole event and standing in the same spot for about 10 more minutes, the police then decided to do this.
What'd they do?
What are you doing? What do you mean disorder, mate? What are you doing?
They're arresting him? They got the guy? He wasn't doing anything. Facial ID is no joke. He did nothing.
Oh my God. Are you joking? Oh my God.
Wow.
This is really random. Oh God. Oh my God. Jesus.
Bending my fingers back to get my camera. They're trying to take his camera.
Have you got anything on you that's sharp?
Oh my God.
Jesus. Push an old man down. So what's gonna happen to him? What are they doing to him? Becoming a Nazi country? Yeah, this is seriously Nazi stuff. He did nothing. He filmed this entire video, and now they're arresting him for he did nothing. He was literally just talking to people and interviewing them.
Why are you arresting me for? That gap on the left, that's it.
Yeah, the guy, he's saying like they didn't do anything.
I haven't done anything wrong.
So, allegedly, you've shown violent disorder to the police.
Violent disorder to the police.
That's what we've been told by our...
What?
Okay. You what? No, you're under arrest. So
You said I can have it back.
yeah, once you get released from custody.
So I just want to say, I went into this trying to be really fair. You know, some police were de-escalating. They were doing really well. This is fucked up. This completely like changed the script for me. Like, this is not okay. He didn't do anything wrong.
After this, the police rounded up hundreds of people into a courtyard area where they arrested everyone and took their names. They couldn't prove anything, and with so many people, they couldn't send over 100 to the station, so I was let free. As I'm leaving, you'll see police officers in the background standing next to all the people they arrested, but it's too dark to make them out clearly. Also, I urge everyone, if you're new here, compare my video to all the articles you read online and do your own research on how things are portrayed. And if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe.
Wow.
Okay.
So they let him go.
Home.
They didn't charge him anything, but they still arrested him. So this time he didn't get a
Everyone's been
charge.
arrested today.
Well, we're going through.
Cool.
Do I have to walk within West? Sorry. Do I have to walk within
There we go, guys. So, been arrested for 2 hours with the British police, and other people are coming out as well. They arrested everyone who was at that protest, man, woman, didn't matter. Oh shit, try not to stack it. And yeah, we're going out now. Oh bollocks. Here we are. Everyone's being arrested. Told to leave Westminster.
Wow.
free to go. Yeah. Wesley Winter.
Wesley Winter. I've
Yeah.
definitely seen you, man.
Yeah. What happened? What you got arrested for?
Violent conduct, but there was no violence. Just,
Yeah.
you know,
Cool.
just joined in with the crowd. That was
Yeah.
it.
Peaceful protest, wasn't it?
Peaceful, brother.
Cool. See you later, mate.
bless you.
You too, mate.
Jesus.
There we go, guys. People getting arrested. Luckily, I got it all on film. Nothing violent happened. And yeah, we'll see what's going to happen after.
That's insane. That's the end of that video. But yeah, so I feel like we're learning some stuff about the UK right now. I went into this completely open-minded. I'm an American. I don't know anything about UK politics. It seems just from this video, it's the same shit going on in America, except they are arresting people for no reason over there in the UK. You look at the police wrong and you're getting arrested. Chad says, I'm sure there was an order from the higher ups to non-discriminately arrest the people to flex. Absolutely, that's what it seems like. Seems like the helicopter was looking for like journalists and people that were reporting on the situation, and they were just arresting people willy-nilly. Man, woman, didn't matter at all. So today we learned. So there is one more that I want to watch just to get a different angle on it. So just for me as an American to learn more about the UK riots going on, Channel 5 actually is doing an interview. And I noticed that, as you can see just from looking at this, they are interviewing the Muslim people compared to my last video that I just watched. It was mainly the UK citizens, the, you know, like mostly white people that they're considering are far-right terrorists, you know, were being interviewed there at that protest. So this will kind of give us a little different perspective to see what these immigrants are actually saying.
3 girls were killed by that kid in Southport.
It's an act of violence that shattered the peace of the summer holidays in a seaside town.
3 girls were killed.
BB King, Elsie Stankham and Elise Aguirre.
However, 186,000 Palestinians have been killed. Most of them are children. Do you see us burning every synagogue that supports the Israeli regime?
Another fire, another night of chaos.
Anti-immigration rioters attack a hotel in Rotherham.
Do you see us holding innocent people responsible?
Crowds.
Well, in fairness, just from what we just watched in the protest, it seems like those far-right extremists, or whatever, I don't know what we're going to call these people, the white people, pretty much. They're not all white, but the citizens of the UK, I guess, whatever you want to call them, they're mostly mad at the government. It seems like they're letting too many immigrants in, maybe undocumented people, and they're filling hotels that are getting profit from letting all these immigrants stay there. So it doesn't even seem like they're really mad at the immigrants coming in too much. Obviously, they don't like the people who are stabbing people, but it seems like they're more mad at their own government. They're mad at the police force for arresting them for no reason.
Clashing with police outside a hotel where immigrants are being housed.
Yeah, you don't. We're coming in peace. And imagine our anger. Imagine how we feel every day in Chechnya, in Syria, Iraq, Palestine, Kashmir, Mali, Libya, everywhere. We see our children killed. We don't behave in a manner that you see these hooligans behaving in, because they don't care for their girls. They're here for violence, and they're here because they hate us.
This is good to kind of get the different perspective.
A black Christian man born in Wales killed them girls.
Axel Rudakabana is 17, British, born in Wales and of Rwandan heritage.
But who they're directing their anger at? They're directing it at Muslims only. Why? Because their agenda is anti-Islam, straight up. This is our fucking country, not...
According to the internet, the Labourers Party, Social Democratic Party, is in charge. I can be wrong. So I can see why these protests are being classified as riots. So that's what I'm saying, man. They're dealing with the same issues us Americans are dealing with. It's the same Democrat versus Republican issues. Same thing. We are not very different at all. And thank you for whoever just subscribed. Also, thank you for the like that just happened too.
Fucking Nez!
I'm here to save the kids. The children have been murdered. There's been a massacre on the street.
They got the targeting little white girls all over the country. Let's call a spade a fucking spade.
It's like Russian roulette at this point. Which one's going to be next?
Yeah.
No one questioned why BLM were out. No one questions why Palestine are out. We're saving the kids. We're stopping the boats. We're closing the borders. Look how mad we've all gone. This is real women.
Yikes.
This is lionesses. This is the lion roaring. I'm not racist and I don't give a fuck what you say.
Then who?
She's probably your type 2, Chad.
Who the fuck is? Who's trying to kill our kids?
Policies that politicians put in place, yeah?
Stop the boats! Stop the boats! Stop the boats! Stop the boats!
They're calling us far right. We're not far right. We're all fathers and parents of children. These immigrants are coming in without paperwork. We're lying about their ages. We don't know nothing about the backgrounds, and that's what it's about.
We don't want to be branded far right. You know, we're here for the right reasons. I want my kids to know I didn't stay silent. Leave our kids alone.
It's about children that have lost their lives in this city, and we're passionate about that up here.
We're not racist. We've got Muslim friends. Our country...
She didn't. She did not. She pulled the, I'm not racist, I have a black friend.
has benefited from migration. However, it's just getting overwhelming. We're a very small island. It's become a security risk.
Religion means fuck all, lads. I'm not arsed. This is about people coming in. They could be Christians from Somalia or wherever, and they're fucking wrong-uns. That's what it is. We're letting wrong-uns in. This is not religious. That's bollocks. Fucking bollocks. This is about the wrong-uns they're letting in. You can be a Christian, you can be whatever. You're coming in, you've got no intention of fucking helping the country. You're here to cause trouble. You're here to take and thieve and steal. You're here to stay for nothing. So, unfortunately, that's a no-no. There's 50,000 people here on an MI6 list, isn't there? Start with them, get rid of them, get rid of the people who are killing kids, raping kids, get rid of them.
Stop the boats, kick them out. There's too many of you here. You don't respect our country, you don't respect our religion.
She kind of scares me. Imagine coming home late and drunk to that. Exactly.
All she's thinking about is Aisha, because she was 9 years old. That's what you're all into. Paedophilia.
Listen, there's a message for George Soros, yeah? Britain will never fall. We don't care how many globalists, yeah? George Soros, yeah? You globalist scumbags, yeah? Import as many of them as you want, yeah? Guess what? Christ will prevail, yeah?
This world is so corrupt. Labour's supposed to love the Northwest, supposed to be for the working class. They've stabbed the real people who has got real concerns. They've stabbed a lot of us in the back. And we're supposed to stand here and let everybody call us right-wing and Nazis. I've got Asians in my family. I ain't racist one bit. What I am is scared of this government.
We've now got two-tier Kia coming on the news and having the audacity to call the general public far-right.
I utterly condemn the far-right thuggery we've seen this weekend.
I've seen all this coming. No one wanted it. We've tried to warn about it, and I'm still going to try and warn about it. I don't want to fight anybody. We don't want wars with Muslims. I don't think it's a good idea attacking mosques at all. I'm not a conservative either. I'm not an anarchist. I want a decent party that cares about the people. That's all we want. Every person, doesn't matter where you're from.
Okay, so if Tories weren't the answer, Labour wasn't the answer, who is?
I'm not a politician and I'm thick as pig shit, but I can talk to people. I've never been to school, I can only write my own name, but I've got an heart as big as a lion, and I'll stand there against anybody for the sake of our country. People need to wake up against Labour. These are the rats. We're not racist, we're scared.
Everybody out there who's not acting and is not on this street now, get out there and act. Don't call yourself a man unless you're out here. Don't call yourself a man. Simple as that. You don't fight for your country. You don't push back the invaders. You're not a man.
If we don't fight now, it's going to come to our kids having to fight, and they're not going to win it. They're not going to win the fight. So I don't want the violence. We've got to try and do it peacefully. But this has to be the final straw where there's a clear message sent to those in charge that you either step up or you step aside now.
I was in Southport on Tuesday.
Police tried to keep apart a group of far-right protesters and a much larger anti-fascist counter-protest.
Here we go.
Media absolutely corrupt. They lied. There wasn't a single member of the EDL there. There weren't a member of the far right there. There was little girls, older women. There was older men. There was young men, middle-aged men, outraged at what the government's allowed.
And we just saw in my last video that they were just arresting people randomly.
To happen to us, what the government's allowing this cancer to do to us, this cancer that's grown within our nation. We need to stop it.
My
children were abused by social services, and Merseyside police have covered it up. They've got a hidden grooming gang
Look at them teeth.
that won't be released to the public.
Defund the BBC. The media are the lies. The media is the virus.
Much like at protests in the United States, a line of riot police who sustained minor injuries throughout the course of the day had formed a sort of demilitarized zone between nationalist Stop the Boats protesters and an equally sized counter-protest of mostly left-leaning Liverpool locals who showed up in person to confront a mob of who they believed to be far-right racist protesters.
They're all inbred. Yeah. They need a dentist.
They're not interested in like children that were killed in Southport. They just want to cause a fight. We're a multicultural city, a city of sanctuary, and I hope they get lost.
What do you think the solution is? Throw them all into the sea. That's what the chant says.
Solution is, well, to get rid of capitalism and have a social society, and then these people would be catered for, not blaming it on fucking immigrants and refugees and what have you. They've obviously got issues because they've been let down, no dentists, no doctors, no housing. Right, but that's not immigrants or refugees' fault. That's the fault of this fucking government.
Despite this frontline tension, it appeared that the
Let's just take a moment and focus on the GSD. He's a good boy. Yep, there's mine. Right there. Ooh.
vast majority of counter-protesters weren't actually interested in having a direct confrontation with English nationalists, and instead had organized their own rally at nearby St. George's Hall in support of migrants and refugees.
I agree with her. The media divides and uses keywords like far right, left, racist, fascist. Yeah, absolutely. Those words are so overly used that they don't even mean anything anymore, and they actually should mean something.
Oh, someone just got married. Oh. See, this is Liverpool, and the far right is trying to threaten that.
A quick explanation, what happened in Southport?
Obviously, I mean, there was a horrible attack in which 3 children lost their lives. What happened since then was a massive lie about the identity of that attacker, which was, led by the likes of Tommy Robinson.
After murdering and raping and pillaging 1,400 Jews, look how confident they've become across the entire West.
Of Lawrence Fox, of other far-right people online.
So an undocumented migrant decided to go into a Taylor Swift dance class today and stab 6 little girls.
Also the likes of Nigel Farage is complicit.
We will only stop this if we start deporting people that come illegally.
This led people in Southport, racists and far-right people, to feel emboldened to come out on the street and to attack a mosque that had no connection to the identity of the attacker. I think it's also important to say that even if the attacker was a Muslim or a migrant, or the things that they were lying about, it still does not license the far-right attacks on communities we've seen around Britain. So people around the country today are actually protesting. I think, people here feel a part of something bigger.
I absolutely agree with her. They shouldn't be attacking mosques, but I haven't really heard anything about them attacking mosques. So let me Google that real quick and see what kind of damage the far right's actually done, just to put me further on the government's watch list.
Manchester, they got pushed back this morning. In Liverpool, we pushed them back outside the mosque last night. People who are here today are proud to stand in a multicultural Britain, and the far right's trying to threaten that.
I don't think there is anything special about what's happening in the UK. I think it's a reflection of what's happening internationally, in that you've got a crisis of capitalism, living standards for, in society going downhill, just a general crisis of the system. Far-right groups, obviously what they do is they latch on to the deep anger that exists. They build in the most impoverished areas of the country, and they basically try and divert that anger away from class struggle against the bosses and against, first the Tories and now Labour. And they rile a lot of very young people up, young men up, with very toxic ideas, and they send them out to go and attack migrant communities, That's a real threat we have to take seriously. And if the left doesn't have a convincing alternative that's based around mass struggle, that's based around fighting back in that kind of way, the far right seeps in. You've seen it in France. I think the end...
So BBC is reporting that the founder of the Islamic Center of Newtown Words has said that an attack has left his community nervous, but added that they will not leave the town. A petrol bomb was thrown towards the center on Greenwell Street on Saturday morning, while graffiti was written on the wall. So you could definitely see there is some racial tensions there, definitely not deserved. So maybe some of that isn't as false as what you might think. There's going to be all kinds of attacks actually happening. So there's a lot of tension. There's a lot of tension going on, but I think that's pretty much all I see as far as like mosque attacks go.
End game of these far right groups is obviously to just create a society where there's mass expulsions of migrant workers. I mean,
we need to tell those people the alternative march. We need to get truth through to them, and that's important. You know, it's all right, Steve. We're suffering the rages of capitalism. We're suffering the rages of, well, you know, if Tony Blair didn't go and cause a fucking war in Iraq, or at least support that fucking war, if we weren't selling bombs to everyone across the planet, those people wouldn't be being bombed out their homes and having their land just stolen from them because of oil, because of agriculture, because of water and everything else. They'd be happily sitting in their homes, most of them, and they wouldn't be running to anywhere they can possibly get to save their children being blown to fucking smithereens. That's why, and I don't get it why people don't get that. If you have a problem with immigration, I'd have respect for you if you went out on marches and told the government enough is fucking enough. No more bombing or creating wars in other places. And if we are this powerful country, and you are genuinely these powerful politicians, take on these other fuckers across the planet and negotiate with them and create peace. It's not going to be easy, but you can at least fucking try.
Really, to tackle all these problems, we need...
So real quick, from The Independent, they are saying there have been numerous reports of targeted attacks against blacks and Asian people as the UK has been engulfed in a far right race riot. So you can kind of see definitely the spin on this one is going to be more towards your left side of the aisle. But what I'm mainly trying to pick out is, have there actually been attacks? That's just what I want to know. So it says a black man was beaten by a mob, an Asian man stabbed at a train station, and a mosque under siege. As you could see just from the last article that I found, there was a pipe bomb thrown towards a mosque. So there's definitely pushback towards minorities of their communities, which is odd. You think they would be more attacking like illegal immigration? I'm assuming most of these people in these communities are probably there legally. So probably some misguided hatred going on for sure.
Need to transform society to a socialist one and create like a society where wealth is shared more equally amongst the people that create it, which is the majority of the working class people, you know, the capitalists who own everything. They pit us all against each other along the lines of like race, being LGBT, men and women, you know what I mean? Like we're all divided. So we're coming together, but more importantly, a sharing of like all of the wealth in the world will kind of do away with that sort of racism. And it's not an easy task, but yeah, that's why we're here. Like, yeah, people are obviously angry and they're all out together, so we want to like reach those people.
You know, it's a hard battle.
You know, I know it's kind of like big task, and I know it's not easy, but I think like, you know, like when we fight together, we can achieve like real change. Yeah.
Cool. You know, we need to build a new party that'll like fight to defend the interests of working class people. You know, the fact that our NHS is in such a bad state, rather than blaming that on migrants, let's enter into struggle to fight back against the private companies that are making huge profits. You know, I think the real answer is class struggle, you know, uniting as a working class to fight for all of our interests, whether you're a migrant worker, British born, you know, it's about building that working class solidarity.
I believe in living in a kingdom that's good and true.
Shortly after the Stop the Boats protest and counter-protest both dispersed, threats were reported to have been made online by members of the right-wing English Defence League targeting a nearby mosque, prompting a standing army of Arab teenagers to assemble with the purpose of standing on business in the event of catastrophe. Well, not all teenagers, but mostly teenagers. In front of the mosque is where guest reporter Sanjay spoke to those youths at the beginning of the video, but there were also many other older community members who showed up to express support and solidarity.
We cannot translate racism in this country. We are totally against EDL in their principles, in their foundations. They don't want any Muslims to be in this country. This country needs us. There's no what these people do here, brother. The police,
Relax.
It makes me feel angry. I get frustrated. But because I am Muslim, I have to be calm about this. You know, I have to be calm.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
You get me? The soldiers, the lions of Allah are all out today.
Bring the EDL army.
We've come to stand up against these EDL fascists that have come to our town and that are telling us that how their town's meant to be run when most of them are all junkies, smackheads, crackheads, and they're not contributing to this community or this society. How are the government letting people like this come here and cause a disturbance? We've got to stand up to them. We've got to show them that we're not scared of them. We ain't backing down from no one.
It's fucking the low
Yes, it should.
And then you've got officers like this here swearing at us, calling us fucking fannies and this and that, where he thinks he's bad with a bat in his hand. Put everything down, man to man. Arrest me after that, no problem.
Our minorities are looking after the country, and this is how we get treated. We don't deserve to get treated like fucking shit. Yo, we're fucking equal to everyone over here.
Why do you think race matters to them?
I don't know. They've got nothing better to do. They've no logic.
They're brainwashed. That's what it is. They're brainwashed. They don't know what's going on. They've got one leader called Tommy Robinson that they all go off.
While all these idiots have been rioting, they don't know Tommy Robinson has fled the country. So you're all out for the cause here, and the leader isn't even in the country. He can't live in his own country that he loves so much.
So is violence the answer?
Violence isn't the answer. Love's the answer.
Violence is not the answer. But our religion tells us to stand up against kuffars that are not merciful, that are zalims, that are kuffars. And that's why we've come here together to stand together.
There's people like Jews that stand with us. There's Christianities that stand with us. There's Hindus that stand with us. Pan the camera, you can see thousands of us are here. We are protecting the mosques that happen in Stoke, in Sunderland, in Liverpool, in many other towns. But we're standing as one because we want what's right. We want peace. We are fighting for what's right.
Stay united, come together, protect your mosque, protect your families. If they are coming down to hunt you, to kill you, to trouble you, please do a self-defense. Defend yourself and defend your ideology and restrict them in your cities, in your towns. If you don't do that one, they will come to your house and they will chase you.
So both of these parties here are pretty much controlled by fear. You have the far right people, they think the immigrants are coming over and they are stabbing children. That's actually a fact. And then you have these party here who's obviously going to be scared that their mosque is going to be attacked and they need to defend their mosque, which there are some crazy people out there attacking their mosques. So what's the solution to that one? They're both fearing violence. Where do they go from here?
Channel 5 live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine.
Fuck the authority, Channel 5 News.
Channel 55. We don't fuck with custers.
That's the whole interview?
Best number.
Hold up. Yep, that's it. They just leave us there. So what's the solution, chat? They both are worried about violence. They're both killing each other. The government's arresting them. Well, not really the Muslim people, I don't think. They're more arresting the far-right people. What's the solution? Do we not have meetings and compromises anymore? Apparently not. Apparently we just throw pipe bombs and we stab children. Apparently that's our compromise. We don't have conversations anymore. I don't know, dude. Is there not a White House press briefing today? Let me check real quick. Make sure I'm getting my up-to-date American news as well. Nope. Guess there's not one today. Did they not do like a defense meeting? U.S. State Department briefing was 13 minutes ago. I missed it. Oh well. So I guess Tony Robinson is this guy on the far right. He's like their leader. I'm just trying to pick up on UK politics. It's madness, man. World's crazy. All right, so I got one more. Got one more in me. All right, so this is a Tulsi Gabbard video that says the Biden-Harris administration is attacking her. Actually, it says it's coming after her, but attacking her, coming after her, whatever. That piqued my interest because she's not really doing anything political anymore. Why would anybody be coming after her? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. But I figure I will hear her out and figure out why the Biden administration is attacking her. And why do they even care?
Is joining us now. So you heard the news. We walked through with Tristan Levitt on how this kind of came to their attention through whistleblowers. But Tulsi, I want to go directly to you. You know that you were on, you're kind of thinking back and you're like, okay, I know I did a Fox News interview on July 23rd. And the next time I took a flight was a couple days later. And I had that Quad S designation, which randomly sometimes is put on any of our tickets. And if it's random once in a while, that's no big deal. That was supposed to be how it worked. But then you noticed it kept happening and happening and happening. And so you realize this is something bigger. And then we've have whistleblowers come out saying that you've been put on, the Quiet Skies list. And let me just read that out for people, what the purpose of that list is for: to mitigate the threat to commercial aviation posed by unknown or partially known terrorists. So, I mean, Tulsi, just your reaction when you found out that you were on that list. You are someone who has served the country both in Congress as a presidential candidate and currently in our armed forces.
So allegedly they're putting her on a watch list. What did she say? I mean, she did switch parties, but what could she have said to put her on a watch list and delay her travel?
The closest word that I could think of that can begin to describe what I felt and what I feel in learning that actually, according to these whistleblowers, that I am on this Quiet Skies list, that my own government, my president, my commander-in-chief is targeting me as a potential domestic terrorist. The closest word that comes to mind is a complete sense of betrayal. And it's betrayal because I, like so many Americans, enlisted because of the Islamist terrorist attacks on 9/11, enlisted to serve in our country's military, to ensure the safety, security, and freedom of the American people, to go after and defeat and destroy those Islamist terrorists who continue to pose the greatest short and long-term threat to us, to our security, and to our freedom. And so now, after serving over 21 years and continuing to serve.
Okay, yada, yada, yada. Tell us what you did.
In our nation's military, my own government has labeled and is targeting me directly now as a domestic terrorist, as they are many others. I'm not alone in this. Of course, this list is not being made public, but we can look to what the Biden-Harris administration has done in multiple cases of how they have, there have been leaked conversations, leaked files, leaked documents, and even statements they've made in public saying that this threat of domestic terrorism and extremism is so great, and often very likely it is those in the military or military veterans who are these potential threats here at home.
They saw that she went on the Joe Rogan Experience, so they're like, man, we gotta start tracking this bitch.
It is more than a slap in the face. It's more than a punch in the gut. It is a complete betrayal coming from our own government that they are using our taxpayer dollars, our resources. They're using people like the air marshals as weapons and pawns to target their political opponents. And that's really what this is all about. As a person, I feel, not only for myself, but for my brothers and sisters in uniform, for those who have literally put their lives on the line to go after and defeat those terrorists who attacked us on 9/11, those who continue to pose a threat to us today, and all of that to have our own government come and point and set their sights on us and set their targets on us, saying that, no, actually, we are the domestic terrorists. Why?
Yes, tell us why.
Of course, there's no explanation given, which is why we are taking legal recourse, why I'm so grateful for these whistleblowers and having the courage to stand up and present the evidence and proof, because, these secret lists, there are many of them. Quiet Skies is one of them. There are others that have occurred ever since 9/11 with the Patriot Act. weaponizing these institutions against Americans, all of these secret lists. There's no recourse. There's no way to know truly if you're on the list, how to get off the list, why you're on the list, why my own government is seeing me as a domestic terrorist.
So just for the record, I like Tulsi. I really do. What's happening with her is obviously very messed up. Totally agree with her. And obviously this is going to affect how she makes money because her whole thing is to travel around. So if she's getting stopped at TSA everywhere she goes, obviously that's going to affect her pay.
I can't tell you why, but I can make some assumptions based on the record of this administration that this is yet another tool they are using against their political opponents. Yeah. Obviously, I've been very outspoken about the dangers of the Biden-Harris administration to our democracy and to our freedom and to our national security. And this is what happens as a result.
Yeah, using your First Amendment rights to speak about your government is certainly not a reason to be labeled as a potential terrorist threat to our country. And of course, I think what happened here, Tulsi, sometimes is actually, it's not a good thing for you, but I think for the country, because of your profile, this could be a good thing for all Americans because, you're already a colleague of ours at ACLJ. We do this kind of work. We're going to be representing you. We've already got the FOIA going there. We were going to take other legal action. Lawsuits are coming. But then
a FOIA action like that could take a long time, like 6 months to a year. So we probably won't be hearing why she's on this list for any time soon.
You're also, by you taking a stand and your public stand, along with those whistleblowers that we've worked with before and defended their rights and protections, we're able to expose this program to the American people and your willingness to come and speak out about it. But I also want you to just to tell people, your husband ended up on this as well, and he is not someone who is outspoken like you or is out in the political world every day.
No, and again, this just points to the insanity of what this government is doing. My husband is a cinematographer. He makes films and commercials and music videos. He supports me in what I do, and I'm so grateful for it. But he is not at all involved in any kind of political discourse or debate, either in person or online. And so for him to be receiving the very same treatment that I have been receiving with this continual quad S is what they called it. You showed the image of the boarding pass, the SSSS mark. He was just on a flight a couple of days ago and still has that showing up on his boarding pass. And so
she brought receipts here.
So for people who don't know what that means, it means that you cannot check in online. You have to get your whether you have check-in luggage or not, you've got to get your boarding pass from the ticketing agent. They will hand you the boarding pass. If you have TSA pre-check, that goes out the window. Yep. You go through the regular TSA line. Once you get there, you got to wait for a supervisor to come and show up. Can take a little while, as we've experienced. They have to shut down an entire lane, an entire screening lane through the TSA checkpoint just to screen you individually because it takes so long. They will check all of your electronics. They will empty every single article, your toothbrush, your underwear, your clothing, your books, your battery charger.
See, this is what I was talking about. This is going to significantly delay her travel time, which ultimately is going to affect her career.
Every single article from your carry-on luggage and screen and swipe every single piece of it. So it takes 30 to 45 minutes. And then once they give you the all clear, then you go and you board your flight. And sometimes you may get additional screening at the gate before you're allowed to walk onto the plane. So this is not only happening to me, it has happened to me, it's continuing to happen to my husband, and it happens to a lot of other people. I heard from a TSA employee through one of these experiences, and I'm not going to out them at all, but they could not make sense of the fact that how someone in the military could be getting this screening, and also how they had seen how Trump supporters who previously were not in that Quad S designation now were continuously marked with Quad S on their boarding.
Didn't she just endorse Trump like a week ago? Wasn't it just like last week that she actually came out and officially endorsed Trump and now she's on a watch list? I'm not trying to be tinfoil hat guy, but it's true. Look into it.
Boarding pass. So through our legal action, I'm grateful to ACLJ and you and Jay and your whole team that's come together to fight for our First Amendment rights in this country, so that we can shut down these constitutional actions and take it all the way to the Supreme Court if we have to.
Absolutely. And Tulsi, we're proud to be colleagues of yours and to fight with you at ACLJ. And again, First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, this involves so much, but it's exposing a program that has not yet led to any arrest or any kind of prevention of any terror attacks in the country since it started. Tulsi, I know there's going to be a lot more to talk to you about as this.
All right, so that's pretty much it. There is Tulsi. Apparently, she is on a flight risk list, so it's gonna affect her career for sure. And it's just wrong. It's just put it simple, it's just wrong. But there you have it. I don't know what's gonna come of it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe she could do some campaigning around it just to get some more votes as she's transitioned to the Republican Party. Maybe she could help her team there by showing the totalitarian ideas of the left. You know, it's definitely something that could be in the pipes for sure. But let me know what you think about that one. Oh, here we go. What else is going on in the world right now? What else do we have? Yeah, I think it's going to be all for this one. I'm going to probably walk the dog. You can hear him back there. He's getting annoyed. Actually, he's over here now. But he's like, hey, bro, you need to go walk me. So I'm probably going to do that. Probably going to hop off of here. There is an interview with Elon Musk and Trump. Elon is interviewing Trump tonight at, I believe, 8 o'clock. So I'm going to try and stream that. I think it should be interesting. It's going to be on X on Trump's profile. So by doing that, I don't think I'll get a copyright claim. I mean, Trump doesn't even use X, so why would he care anyway? But we'll see. We'll see what happens if they copyright claim me. You know, that sucks, but we'll move on. So, yeah, tune in 8 o'clock if you got time, and we will see some Elon and some Trump. And I don't know if you hear him. You hear my dog. He's pissed. He's like, dude, walk me. All right, I'm going to hop off. And